Yes.
Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to fish. I'm going to start with how to string your line, and then later on I will show you how to hopefully catch a fish. Okay, the first part of stringing your line is you need line, you need a reel, you need a knife, and you need a pole. So to string your line, first you're going to want to take your line. And if you already have a line on your reel, then all you're going to want to do is you're going to want to tie it on. Otherwise, if you don't have line on your reel, you're going to want to make a little loop. You're going to want to open the little thingy, and you're going to want to just wrap that around the line. And then you're just going to want to make a very simple knot. Just maybe double knot it, just very simple over under. And you're gonna wanna go ahead and take your knife, and you're gonna wanna cut off the excess. Okay, then from there, you feed this, you go like that, you feed it, so it's caught in the retriever, and then you're gonna wanna hold it. Typically, you're gonna wanna have a pole to use, but you can do it without. And you're just going to want to pull tension, and you're going to want to reel in. Just like that, very easy. So once you have that done, you're going to want to take the line from your reel. You're going to want to thread it up through these little eyelets on your pole. And you're going to want to bring them up, bring them up, bring them up, all the way to the top. And then when you get to the top, you're going to want to let out yourself some line to work with. Nice working set. And then you're going to want to take your hook here. You're going to want to... There are many different ways to tie your line, but the way I prefer, this is the way I prefer, and I have never lost a lure before. So you're gonna wanna take the string, pass it through the hole, pull out a little slack. Then you're gonna take it back through the hole again. Uh-oh. It might take a little work. Pass it right through. Once you have once you've passed it through and then passed it through again, you're gonna have this little loop on one side and this slack on the other. So with the loop, you're gonna wanna just make a very simple over-under knot. You're gonna wanna cross it and then go through, and then pull that tight. And then with the loop you have created, you're gonna wanna pass the hook through it, then you're gonna wanna pull on the leading edge of your line. And then you wanna make sure to wet it down so it gets nice and tight. And then after you do that, you're gonna wanna go ahead and cut off the excess with your knife. Once you have the hook on here, I'm gonna use a worm. So for the worm, we're gonna stick it through the top of the worm, and then we're gonna go out the side. Then we're gonna pull it all the way through, then pull back so you have it looking like that with the eyelet of the hook in the worm. And then you're gonna wanna bunch up the worm a little bit, and then stick it through the middle. There you have the very tip of the hook showing, so you don't get caught on any weeds or anything. And that's how you rig your line. Now with all of our preparations done, it's time to head out to the lake. Guys, here we are at the lake. Now, to fish, want to let out your line a little bit. For my, okay, here, come here. My reel, this is a bait caster. So to cast, you're going to want to push this button at the same time holding the spool so the line doesn't unspool itself. And then you're going to want to just throw it back. You're going to want to give it a nice cast. And then you're going to want to put your thumb on the spool so it doesn't bird nest. And then to start reeling in, you just flick the reel. And then for fishing, you're going to want to take there's a lot of different ways to do this. You can go slow and methodical, or you can go fast. It all depends on what the fish are liking, where you're at, what you're using. For a worm, I like to go a little fast, stop for a bit, a little fast, and stop for a bit to let it sink. When you keep doing that, slowly, it's a patience thing. You want to keep going, reel, let it stop, let it sink, reel. And when you get to the end, you push the button, hold the spool, let it fly. Flick.
Alright, we're going.
We got a fish. Okay, now the crucial part, taking the fish off the hook. You're gonna want to lip it, and then you're gonna want to grab the hook, and then just kind of gently wiggle it out of there. Sometimes you got to use a little bit of force. There we go. There you have it. So you catch a fish.